First, let me thank everyone for coming today. I really appreciate it. I know it's holiday weekend and everyone's got a lot of things to do. Our crowd was awesome. I was proud of our guys. I'm an old-fashioned kind of grinder coach, and we grinded one today, and we needed it, and they're a good offensive team. We turned the ball over a lot. We weren't at our best, but we figured out a way to win the game, and I got to give our crowd, the students that were here, and the alums, and the season ticket holders a lot of credit for that, because if that game was on the road, you know, it would have been very difficult. And I got to give Columbia a lot of credit. Love the coach there. I think he does a great job at NJIT, did a great job at Columbia. They averaged 78.5 points a game. They took Boston College right down to the wire the other day. I was very nervous, obviously, you know, about the game, especially coming off a finals week, and you know, a couple of our guys been sick and that kind of thing. So we grinded it out, and Gio did a great job, and then Shaq Carter gets a career high, and how about Caleb McConnell? The job he did today, really, you know, proud of him. So good win for us, and it's nice after 22, 24 days, whatever. We haven't been in the rack, so obviously it's nice to be back at the rack for a game.
Steve, does it matter how these games get won as long as they get won?
Yeah, you know, I'm actually excited. I think this was the kind of game that, you know, we can change your season too sometimes. You know, everything was going against us. We were turning the ball over. Gene was injured. He was in foul trouble. You know, we had a lot of adversity. You know, we weren't making any threes. We cut it down to 19. I'd like to cut that number down to 13, but we weren't making threes. They were. And we figured out a way to win. You know, we hit big free throws down the stretch. We got to the free throw line, you know, and when we weren't shooting well, we figured out a way to grab rebounds. And I thought, you know, Shaq Carter and Caleb gave us great energy off the bench, you know, which we, you know, desperately needed. So, you know, it's a good win. It's a good win, and pleased.
So you want to continue to cut down the volume of threes? Is that what you mean by cutting down?
Yeah, I'd like to make some more of the threes. That's what I'd really like to do. But, you know, like when you're not making them, then you got to find other ways to, you know, to score. Now we have a choice too. We could go 8 for 19 too, and then I'll say 19 is the right number, you know. But you know, we just haven't been shooting the ball like that, and good shooters too, shooting the ball. I like some. We got some really good looks too, I thought, today.
Can this be a bit of a wake-up call? You know, a bye-game opponent coming in here and then not playing you for a half or for 25 minutes?
No, there's no wake-ups. Like we were too young. I mean, you saw our lineup out there at the end.
Yeah.
You know, Shaq's in his first year here. You know, Caleb McConnell was out there. You know, Montez Mathis. You know, like we're figuring a lot of stuff out. We got a lot of young players. Gene fouls out. You know, we got to go with a different lineup. So we're figuring out. I thought we had a great week of practice, and I thought we played real hard today. Even at halftime, they had 28 points, and then they made a bomb three, which was contested. We held a team that averages 78, 79 points a game to, you know, 31 at half. So our defense was certainly doing the job that it needed to do. But, you know, our offense with the turnovers, that, you know, that wasn't helping our cause at all. But we keep plugging and stay the course. And we're figuring these guys out too. You know, like he didn't check into a few games early in the year, and neither did Caleb McConnell. And now today, I couldn't take him out of the game. So, you know, figuring some things out.
Steve, we don't see it often, but a minute and a half in the game, when you pulled your starters and you put in your entire bench, you just...
Yeah, it won some energy. You know, the big thing for me today was great energy. I didn't think our starters... And you know, follow the game plan. The game plan wasn't to take quick shots. The game plan was to get the ball moving side to side and let's drive it and post it and, you know, some of that stuff. So, you know, I wanted to get their attention. I don't know if it worked or not, but, you know, like, I have no problem doing that. And I like, you know, the guys on the bench, you know, like they're some good players too.
We talked about free throw shooting, but to see, you know, Caleb, freshman, hit those 2 free throws.
Huge. Down the stretch,
yeah.
You know, and we got to the free throw line a lot. And I do think we're a good free throw shooting team, so the more we can take, and the right guys taking them too, Gio and Caleb and those kind of guys, that, you know, I think our percentage will keep going up and up.
Are you getting more comfortable with Caleb, specifically from the standpoint of having him and Gio out there together, maybe have Caleb run the point and Gio off the ball?
Yeah, you know, I just think it, you know, gave us a different look today. What I liked about Caleb is he's been practicing at a high level, right. So he's really got through the fight of being a freshman. His practices have been like really high level. And then I like the fact that he really defended today. Yeah. So I thought his defense was as important as anything, you know, in the game. And he grabbed some big rebounds, and you know, he was very involved, and so did, you know, Shaq, you know, Carter. So they gave us some good stuff, and playing them together is definitely something that we're going to continue to work with.
Shaq gives you 13 points in the second half. Really, during that 23-8 run, just how big were those points in terms of being able to?
Yeah, I mean, his energy's always great. I mean, he really does, and he's around the ball and stuff. And he gave us some great lift, a couple dunks, and you know, some huge baskets for us when we were kind of struggling to score. So he's been really good. As he's figuring out our system, he's becoming more and more comfortable. And his numbers in the last 4 or 5 games have been really, really good. So to have a guy coming off the bench like him, and especially Gene's in foul trouble, and then, you know, Shaq is, you know, in foul trouble at times, and so, you know, gives us another real good post guy.
You talked about this a bit on Thursday on the conference call, but how important is this time between now and mid-January with no class and no finals from a learning, from a practice standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important. And as we're still learning our team, we got to continue to implement and do some good stuff and get our rotations down. And I can tinker with our rotations in practice. You know, and we practiced at a high level this week, so I was kind of surprised when we came out not as excited to play as possible. We had some really good practices, but you know, they deserve a few days off now. They can get a few days away from basketball and then come back, and we'll get right back at it.
Steve, are you a fiery halftime speech guy? What was your message at halftime?
You know, actually, you know, I wanted our guys to just relax, like, and play. You know, the turnovers, we're trying to rush things, and we're trying to throw balls, you know, high-low action after no ball reversals and things like that. So really, actually, Gio, I was not bad at halftime, man. Yeah,
We'll talk to him later.
Gio, I was actually, I thought it was pretty good, G. Yeah, like I just said, hey, you know, guys, like, you know, this is where we're at. We're 0 for 100 from the three-point line, and we turned the ball over a lot of times, and they only got 31 points. They had 28. Well, he made a heck of a, when he hit that three at the end, I mean, he could have held him to 28 points. So we were defending a team that averages 79, and you know, so at halftime, if we just calm down, play with great energy, get the ball moving side to side, and we did that.
Any more questions? Thank you, everyone.
Happy holidays.